What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards everywhere here. Today I'm bringing you another weekly league deck profile. I've gone with a Statue of Liberty deck with a power drain theme. So I'll give you a quick rundown of the deck and we'll jump into a game to see how we can do. So first up we have the Enigma Machine. On the draw, your opponent's cards in hand lose 7 power this round, and this card gains 35 power this round. Next we have James Armstead. On the return, your opponent loses -2 energy this round, and if you won the turn, your opponent loses 10 power this round. It's a medium energy week this week, so this card might help put the squeeze on the opponent's energy. Next up we have Fritz. On the return, your espionage cards, wherever they are, cost -1 energy until played, and if your deck contains 5 or more espionage cards, your espionage cards, wherever they are, gain 10 power until played. Next up we have Cambridge 5. On the draw, if your deck contains exactly 5 espionage cards, your espionage cards, wherever they are, gain 25 power until played, and if it's round 5, they gain an additional 5 power until played. Last of the espionage is 5 Eyes. On the play, 5 of your random espionage cards, wherever they are, gain 25 power permanently. And the last history card in keeping with the theme is the Grim Reaper. On the play, an opponent's random card in hand loses 50 power permanently. So next up we have some Life on Land cards. First is Pika. On the play, your opponent's cards in hand lose 7 power permanently, and this card gains 35 power permanently. Next is Yellow Jacket. At the start of a turn, your opponent's cards in hand lose 5 power until played, and on the play, your opponent's cards in hand lose 24 power this turn. Next up we have General Sherman. I'm not sure how much use this will be this week. We'll have to test it out, and if I don't like it, I'll make some changes. So on the play, your opponent's cards, wherever they are, with 50 or more base power, lose 30 power this round. Next up is the Mythic Chupacabra. On the draw, all cards in both players' hands lose 10 power until played, and 3 random opponents' cards in hand lose 25 power until played. Next up we have Iberian Lynx. On the draw, an opponent's random card in hand costs +2 energy until played. On the play, the card opposite this loses 30 power this turn, and on the return, this card gains 20 power permanently. I find this to be an interesting card, so let's hope it does some work for us this week. And last of the Life on Land cards is Purple Emperor. On the return, if you lost a turn, this card gains 100 power permanently. Next up we have a few science cards. First is Cyborg. On the play, if played between 2 Life on Land cards, give 6 random science cards and 6 random Life on Land cards, wherever they are, 20 power until played. Next is the main card of the deck, Statue of Liberty. On the play, if your deck has exactly 6 science cards, your science cards, wherever they are, gain 21 power until played, and then repeat for each album. Next up we have Jet Car. On the play, your cards adjacent to this gain 80 power this turn, and on the return, you lose 40 power for 3 turns. Next up, the Brain. On the draw, your cards, wherever they are, gain 23 power for 2 turns, and this card locks for 2 turns. And then on the return, a random opponent's card in hand locks the next turn. Second to last we have Antimatter. On the play, this card loses 150 power, and the card opposite this loses 150 power. And last up we have Chronophotographic Gun. On the play, the card opposite this loses 100 power this turn. So guys, that's the deck. Don't forget to let me know what you think down in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe while you're down there. I hit over 100 subscribers last week. So I'd like to continue the streak and we'll keep on going to 200. So it looks like we have our first game. It is against a real opponent. So what do we get? So we have the James Armstead. So I think I'll get that around right now. We have the Cambridge 5. And I think I'll play the General Sherman just to hit the opponent if needed. So it only hits one card. So that's kind of what I was afraid of, playing General Sherman in this deck. It's a low enough energy week this week, so a lot of people might be playing some lower power cards. So I might take it out for something else, but we'll play a few games and see how we do anyway. So there's our Statue of Liberty. I think we'll play the Jet Car and the Fritz for a 2-4-3. And the Jet Car will give a nice little boost. The opponent does have the Archangel, so he is able to keep up with us. We are just ahead by a little bit. Looks like the opponent might be playing a Statue of Liberty deck as well. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. So, let's see. I think I will play the Chupacabra, the Cyborg, and we'll play the Pika. I'm not sure if that will be enough to win, so I might hold back on the Pika and play the Purple Emperor. Oh, it looks like we didn't need to. That's a little unfortunate, so we don't get the Purple Emperor boost. But we did win the turn and the round, so that's one under the belt. The opponent does have a massive advantage next turn, but we'll see what we can do. There's our Yellow Jacket, so I think we'll hold that card in hand for a little while. And we'll play the Five Eyes, the Pika, and the Enigma Machine for a 2-8-3. Plus the boost. So I'm not quite sure what the opponent is playing. I haven't seen Statue of Liberty yet, but it still might come out. There's some more chip damage on the opponent. So I think I'll play a huge drain turn. It looks like the opponent didn't play anything too powerful. We didn't pull ahead, but we are close. And there goes our Jet Car minus. So I think I'll save James for the next round. And I'll just play the Lynx, Yellow Jacket and Cambridge 5. Looks like it is enough to pull ahead. So there we have it. 2 rounds in the bag, and looks like the opponent has quit. So that was fairly short, so we'll jump into another game. I think this deck has some potential this week. I am working on some other decks. I do want to try and make a prominent painters deck this week. And I'm also looking into the hidden gems. I don't know if I'll be able to make anything good with them, but I'll give it a shot. I'd like to make some more interesting decks this week. I'm just coming out with a strong one here for Monday to give everyone something to make and hopefully get them up in the ladder. So let's see what we got. Looks like it is another real opponent. So we have some good drain going on already. But I think I will play my weakest hand to try and get the Purple Emperor boost. Looks like the opponent isn't going to play anything on the first round, so he's giving it to us. So I'll hold on to all my stronger cards and just play the weaker stuff I want to get around. So we have Chupacabra, get the Cyborg and the Lynx for a 2-1-5. The opponent does have the Jet Car. It's not going to be enough to pull him ahead. So it looks like we will be winning the first round unless he has something amazing in hand. But with the Jet Car minus, I don't think he'll be able to do that. So I think I will play all the espionage cards for a 240, and the 5 eyes will give a nice 25 power permanent boost to all of our espionage cards. And Fritz will make them a little cheaper next time they come around. Still not sure what the opponent is playing. He seems to be holding on to all his space cards. He might have a Sidonia or something in there. We'll just have to wait and see. He's not struggling for energy. So the James is not going to be too useful this game. So it looks like he has mostly space cards in hand. So I think I'll play our General Sherman, the Antimatter, and we'll play the Photochronographic Gun, or the Chronophotographic Gun. So it looks like we did hit some good cards. So the opponent will only be doing 7 to us, and we pull a nice little 149 lead. I have thought about putting in the Grim Reaper Paradox thing. I might still put it in, we'll have to wait and see. So it looks like we have our own Grim Reaper. I'll play the Pika, and I'll play the Yellow Jacket as well. I'll hold on to Jet Car until we might need it. But it looks like we will be okay this round. So we have a 350 lead. So we might be able to hold something back in hand. I think I might hold on to the Cambridge 5 and just play the Purple Emperor and the Statue of Liberty for a 199, and it will save us a little bit of energy. Looks like the opponent was able to beat us, thankfully. So the Purple Emperor will get his 100 power permanent boost. But we do have Jet Car for the next round, so I am not overly worried. So round 3, Science Arena. So we get the Chupacabra around, the Cambridge 5 and the Enigma Machine for a 359 turn. It is enough to keep ahead of the opponent. Let's see what we draw here. There's the 5 eyes. So I think I'll play the 5 eyes, the Jet Car and the Brain. And hopefully lock down that space card that's in his hand. He does have Mount Everest. So he was able to pull ahead of us a little bit this turn. So we'll have to hope we draw something very good. Oh no, we're still in the lead by 8. That's okay. Let's see what the Brain will lock down. I'm not sure what we locked. Maybe his Jet Car. So he still might be able to do something here. So there is Fritz, James Armstead, and the Chronophotographic Gun. I will wait a few seconds. and I will shift around to get the gun to hit his space card. I did think it would be the most powerful card he would have in hand, and it looks like I was right. So there we have it, folks. 3 rounds in a row. So I think this deck has plenty of potential. There's probably some improvements to be made, but for now I'm fairly happy with this build. And I think we'll leave it there, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think down in the comments. And cards everywhere out.